Hello Pisces, welcome to your reading for February. This is for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus. Please make sure you check all your placements to get a clear picture of what's going on for you at this time. As always, this is a general reading. It may or may not resonate for all of you. Please take the bits that do resonate and leave the rest behind for somebody else. I'm going to be looking at your energy and the energy of the person on your mind. And these readings will naturally be love themed because of the season, right? I'm gonna be pulling an oracle card for both of you and then freestyling your tarot spreads. Towards the end of the reading, I will pull 3 cards from the universe just to see what the universe thinks of this connection, and I will also be rolling some dice to get initials and sun signs and angel numbers, so make sure you stick around for that. Now I will be pulling you on this side and your person on this side, but remember the energies can be reversed and flip-flopped. Don't force a message if it doesn't resonate. All right, we have spiritual cleansing. Quite appropriate for you, Pisces, since Saturn is sitting in your sign. So, if things have been particularly difficult here, especially when it comes to your spirituality and your intuition and matters of the heart, that difficulty is there for a reason. That difficulty is there because it's trying to teach you something, right? Obstacles are put in our paths not to punish us or torture us, but to help us grow and evolve. It is also possible that you've been part of a connection where, I'm getting the devil card, where you felt that whoever this was could have been an energy vampire, right? Even if the person wasn't, the connection was an energy vampire and you felt depleted. You felt like you had taken on too much of their traumas. And that can happen to a Pisces, right? I'm a Pisces moon, I understand this. We're like sponges. We absorb everything, good and bad and ugly. Let's see what we have. We have the 8 of Wands, communication, wanting to communicate. And this is you, right? Pulling for you. So with alignment and progress, I feel like some of you have successfully done this spiritual cleansing and you're almost presenting yourself as a clean slate, ready to align and move forward. The Empress, beautiful. This showed up for Cancer as well. Yeah, growth, evolution. I feel like you have, I'm getting the image of a lotus growing in mucky water. I feel like you have been living in that mucky water, your environment, of course, and your mind. But as they say, dirtier the water, brighter the petals, right? So you have evolved, you have grown, you're shining after a period of difficulty. The 9 of Wands, test of strength and perseverance. Exactly. That's exactly what I'm getting here. I feel like you've been through it all, right? The 9 of Wands is the card of the wounded warrior. But this is someone who has one last fight left in them. I'm not saying you're out there looking for a fight, but there's a resilience here. There's a resilience towards this connection. The Knight of Cups. There's a lot of love here, Pisces. I see that. Opportunity and creativity. I feel like even though you may not be the one who is actively pursuing this connection, energetically you're open. And that's beautiful to see. There's a little caveat here though, Pisces. Make sure you don't have to go through this again. The spiritual cleansing, right? Boundaries need to be put up. The 9 of Wands can be a card of boundaries as well. So while you are open, make sure you're not vulnerable to a point where you have to keep healing, right? Then we have the Page of Swords. Interesting. I feel that energetically the two of you are connected, even though the Page of Swords has been modernized into the card of someone spying on the other person. With reflection and diligence, I feel that this openness that you are showing to me, it's almost being reflected on the other side as well. I'm getting the 6 of Pentacles energy where you're both energetically still tied to each other, even though you may not be in the 3D. 7 of Swords. What do we have at the bottom? With the 2 of Wands, independence and achievement. With the 5 of Wands, with the 2 of Pentacles and the High Priestess. Okay. Look, Pisces, I am not a fairy dust kind of reader, all right? If I feel like I need to call you out, I will. Are you sure you're ready for this? You're telling me and you're telling yourself that you're open, you're ready for this. But are you sure you are? Spiritual cleansing, number 50, is a big card, right? This is not an ordinary oracle. This is deep work. Spiritual cleansing is deep, deep, deep work. And some of you may be thinking that you've done this deep work and you're ready, you're open. But I feel like there's still a little more shadow that needs to be transmuted. I'm suddenly getting, it's like you haven't finished lunch and you're thinking about dinner, you know? So something needs to come full circle here. This could even be a past relationship, pain and trauma from a previous relationship that hasn't been digested, right? And you're looking towards a new one. I just feel like you're going to carry that pain forward with you into this new connection. We don't want that, right? Why is the 8 of Wands here, the 10 of Pentacles? I get that you see the potential of this connection, right? You see the fulfillment in it. You see it going the long haul, right? But you see, I have the 5 of Pentacles, 4 of Cups, and the 7 of Wands here. So there's this energy backstage almost that is telling me otherwise. It's telling me that while you have your sights set to the future, your subconscious mind is looking backwards. The Empress with the 9 of Cups, beautiful energy. Bottom of the deck, we have the 8 of Pentacles with the Queen of Wands and the Queen of Swords. This is self-work. This is Jupiter in Pisces, right? This is your wishes. This is not about the wishes of anybody else. This is not even about the wishes of your connection as a whole. This is about you and just you. What makes you happy, Pisces? I feel like a lot of you may have, even though the Empress is here, it's telling me you've done the work. But to a small extent, a lot of you have been bending over backwards to make other people happy and crossing your own boundaries in that process. An Empress would not do that, regardless of your gender, of course. And a lot of you may be telling yourselves that you have a lot to give, which I'm not doubting for even a second. You're the ocean for a reason, right? You have a lot of resources at your disposal. And those resources are love, kindness, energy, compassion, empathy. You have a lot of it, a lot of reserves of it. But sometimes those reserves can deplete themselves if they're being given to the wrong person. And I feel like you did give to the wrong person in the past. I don't know if it's the same person or it's somebody else entirely. But there's more of a depletion than you realize. Okay? The 3 of Cups with the 9 of Wands. The Queen of Wands and the Queen of Swords again with the Tower and the 6 of Swords. Just make sure there's no influence here of anybody else. Okay? With test of strength and perseverance, I do feel that you weren't really fighting battles of your own or battles just within this connection. You were fighting other people. The 3 of Cups should not be looked at as a third party card because it's a beautiful card of community and even reconciliation a lot of the times. But when it is clarifying a slightly difficult energy like the 9 of Wands, it's putting me in that the third party energy. I was going to say 3 of Swords. Freudian slip. So, if there were other people involved in this connection and you felt like you were constantly butting heads and fighting against those other energies that didn't belong in your connection, you can't dismiss them just yet. But boundaries are very important. I feel a lot of you had become very complacent that, okay, this is the reality of this connection and I have to deal with it. I will persevere because the love is strong enough. It's a relationship between two people. There is no place for others. This third party doesn't have to be another romantic interest. It could be a parent interfering. It could be a friend interfering. It could be a career interfering. Third party can be anything. Where is the authenticity? I want to see that. I have the World with the Knight of Cups. And the Knight of Cups again at the bottom of the deck with the Star and the Magician and the High Priestess. But then we have the Five of Pentacles and the Four of Cups. You're trying to fool me, Pisces. You're trying to fool me and you're trying to tell me that you're ready, you're open. But the High Priestess, the Five of Pentacles and the Four of Cups is telling me you're still carrying trauma. You haven't forgiven whatever this is. And if you're going to carry that residue from whatever connection this is, it could be with this person, it could be somebody else. If you're going to carry that residue forward, then this cup of love that you're willing to offer is not going to be full. It's going to be a half cup of love. It's not going to be enough. That's not fair to you. It's not fair to the other person. So, a chapter needs to be closed here with the World card. Any other reader would have looked at these beautiful cards and related a completely different story to you, studded with diamonds. But I'm an intuitive reader and that's what I'm getting. That a little more work is needed from your side, Pisces. We have Temperance with the Page of Swords. A little bit of patience. A little bit of patience and trust in divine timing is required here. I feel, look at this. We have the Eight of Swords, the Ten of Swords, the Queen of Cups, and the Queen of Swords with the Queen of Pentacles. That's a lot of people. The Ten of Swords is, well, to an extent, it is karmic balance, right? It is release of karma. It is energy that is very difficult, that is finally being digested, so you can be presented with an ace after you have, finished off with the tens, after you've dealt with the tens. You haven't finished with the tens just yet. And I'm not talking about the Ten of Pentacles. I'm talking about the Ten of Swords with the Ten of Wands. Trust in divine timing. I feel that some of you may be impatient to get this together. Whether it's a new connection or it's a reconciliation with an old one. But it might not be the right time just yet. The Queen of Cups with the Seven of Swords. This is so cute. I mean, it is cute. Pisces, it's really sweet. I feel like you're telling me that, yes, my heart is open. I love this person unconditionally. And this is nonsense. And I don't need to do any more work. Right? But I feel like if you dig just a little bit deeper, Pisces, you're going to realize I'm right. There's more work before you can elevate to this level. The Nine of Wands, the Moon, the Fool with the Seven of Cups. Regardless of gender, you do carry the prototype of the Empress within you. Right? I just feel like you haven't been able to execute it into a self-archetype just yet. I'm not saying you never will. Of course you will. But you have to be open to it. You have to be open to that growth. We're constantly learning and evolving as human beings. And considering you are that ocean, you will need even more knowledge to satiate your mind and your heart. Open yourself up a little bit. I'm sorry, Pisces, but I can tell when someone's lying to me. Okay, I need an archetype for your person. We can't get over this. It's so cute. I can't get over it. That, hey, look at me. Right? I'm ready to love. But then, there's confusion. Even you're confused. You're not sure. But you're telling me, yeah, I am. I got my cup of tea. I'm ready to go. But you're not, Pisces. Not yet. Right? That test of strength, I feel like you will be tested a little bit, a little longer, before the universe thinks you're ready. It's possible that your manifestations haven't been coming through because it doesn't think you're ready just yet. We have growth for your person. Beautiful. And this honestly happened in Cancer's reading as well, where their person seemed to have been growing faster than Cancer. Not saying it's the same case for you, but we shall see. Number 15 and number 50. Okay, both of these wanted to show up. Interesting. We have the Death card with the Seven of Cups. You see? An end to confusion. An end to illusions. We have the Hierophant at the bottom of the deck. Look, I feel that this person's intentions are very pure. They're looking at this connection for the long haul. As you are with the Ten of Pentacles, of course. I'm not saying they're illusioned about it. There's a clarity here. The King of Swords, clarity. There is a clarity here about the future of this relationship. Ace of Wands. The Moon. I will have to clarify that. I have the Nine of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. The Queen of Wands. And we have the Four of Swords, healing. Healing and growth. This is really good to see. And I have the Page of Pentacles with the Fool, with Judgment, the Six of Wands, and the Ace of Swords. Wonderful. At the bottom of the deck. I'm not going to take this person's side and say, oh, Pisces, your person's doing the work and you aren't. I'm not going to say that at all. I feel like you're both doing the work in your own ways. But here, I feel like there's a realization that this person is having of their own faults. Okay? And that is the first step to healing a connection. There's no finger pointing happening here. I feel like the only fingers they're pointing are at themselves. Why is the Seven of Cups here? The Five of Swords. I need one more. The Knight of Pentacles. It is possible that previously this person was in a very my way or the highway kind of energy, right? They would put you in a confusing situation and tell you it's your fault. It's a very gaslighting kind of energy that I'm getting. But with the Knight of Pentacles and the Strength card, again, there's a healing of that aspect. That gaslighting tendency and that touch of narcissism could be because of previous traumas that they've faced in their life. There's a healing of that particular energy that they are carrying because I have the Moon right here. You see, beautiful. The Tower. Probably the only reader here that calls the Tower beautiful, but I love it. I feel that there is an understanding of an inflated ego, of their own inflated ego, their own inflated pride. The Tower brings all of that down to its knees. There's an emotional maturity coming in because they had to go through some kind of pain. I don't know if this pain is related to you because of a separation or it is pain that they had to go through in some other aspect of their lives. But pain is what helps us grow. Pain is what starts that spiral, that triggers it. Because if everything is easy and comfortable, we become complacent and lazy. I don't think this person is lazy. I feel like there's a lot of inner work happening. Why is the Death card here, the Queen of Pentacles? With Judgment at the bottom of the deck, with the Sun and the Five of Cups. There's a realization about what they've lost. About a sense of security and comfort and joy that they may have lost. And that's almost bringing a whole lot of light into this situation. It's an aha moment. It's an epiphany. Because the Five of Cups is one of my trigger cards. It's a trigger to grow. They may be looking at you as somebody who carries a whole lot of grounding energy, a whole lot of spiritual energy even, that can keep them at least emotionally safe and contained. The Queen of Wands with the Emperor. Bottom of the deck, we have the Four of Cups with the Eight of Pentacles. If there were other people involved in this connection, for me, the Queen of Wands can very easily be a third party, right? If there were other people involved in this connection, I feel that that light that I was talking about earlier, that light is shining on those people, the third energies. The Emperor with the Lovers. There's a reason you showed up as the Empress, you remember? And the Two of Wands. The Two of Wands here, the Empress here, the Emperor and the Lovers here. I'm getting this visual of somebody stepping from a black and white environment into Technicolor, right? Where they may have thought that the grass was greener on the other side, but they looked back to the original field and it's vibrant. Four of Cups, Eight of Pentacles. Saying no to external energies and prioritizing this connection. The Page of Wands with the King of Swords. Very similar to Cancer's energy, where this person is, while they may have been a little cold and a little cutting in the past, where you may not have felt that you could be vulnerable with them, right? That playful energy, that sweet energy is coming back online, because we have the Ace of Cups at the bottom of the deck. The Page of Wands carrying the Ace of Cups is this beautiful energy of literally this, of a playful person who's waving at you. Look at me, I have a full cup of love for you. It's sweet, it's authentic, it's vulnerable. It's almost like a guard is coming down, which is why I feel like you're so open here. Because while earlier this person may have been closed off, you had no choice but to hermitize as well. But now that this person is opening up, I feel like you're telling yourself, I need to open up as well. But I feel like you are not ready. The Four of Swords with the Four of Wands. Beautiful. There's a lot of potential for this connection to grow and evolve. There's a lot of potential for you guys to reach that finish line that you're both after. There's a lot of potential for this to become the perfect commitment, the perfect union. But with the Four of Swords, a little bit of rest internally and a little bit of healing and growth is paramount. It's of paramount importance, Pisces. I feel like you both have excellent intentions for each other. But while this person is realizing that they're not coming with a clean slate just yet, I feel like you need to start doing the same thing. Divine timing. This will come together. That's for sure. But work needs to be done first. Ignorance is bliss. We have the Fool energy. The Lovers, beautiful, stunning. A new leap of faith is being promised by the universe. Wow, the Ten of Cups. What did I say? Divine timing, my friend, is of paramount importance. The Wheel of Fortune. On time, on time, on time. Whatever the universe is bringing you, whenever it is bringing it to you, that is when it was supposed to come into your life. If things are slow and stagnant right now, that's because the universe is puppeting this connection in the best way possible. It's going to make sure you're both two fully healed individuals, so that when you do come together, there's no separation. Right? We have Cancer. I was talking about Cancer a lot. So it's possible you're dealing with a Cancer or you have Cancer heavily in your chart. Doesn't have to be. We have the number 5. If you've been seeing 555 a lot, it talks about change. Something needs to change here. The Wheel of Fortune is telling me the same thing. Ask yourself what needs to be changed. You don't want to be a hamster on a wheel repeating patterns, right? Then we have Saturn. Interesting. I was talking about Saturn the minute we started your reading. Saturn is in your sign, Pisces. There are spiritual lessons here. make sure you learn them so that the rewards can come in faster. All right, let's see what initials we can get for you here. We have the letters K, W, C, C again, O, L, and the letter B. These could be your initials, they could be the initials of someone you're dealing with. Doesn't have to be. Just a special mention for those of you who've seen your initials here today. All right, Pisces, that was it. I hope this helped. I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.